Hello, I'm Jonathan Kirsch with the latest Lakewood news and events. During the November 27th City Council meeting, 40 years of the Lakewood Sister Cities Exchange program was celebrated with a proclamation. The program has allowed hundreds of high school students and adults from Lakewood's sister cities in England, Germany, and Australia to come here, and for American students to visit the sister cities. In other council news, newly elected council members took the oath of office. Ward 2 Council Member Jacob LeBure, Ward 3 Council Member Mike Beda, and Ward 4 Council Member David Skilling are the new members, and re-elected Ward 1 Council Member Ramey Johnson and Ward 5 Council Member Karen Harrison were both re-elected and also sworn into office. To watch the November 27th City Council meeting or previous council meetings online, visit lakewood.org/council videos. The Jefferson County Communications Authority will be activating Code Red with a test call to all registered phone numbers on December 4th. Code Red is an emergency notification system and is used to call residents in the event of an emergency situation. You can sign up and select the option to be notified for severe storm warnings at lakewood.org/Code Red. What would you do if an emergency or disaster hit close to home or work? Find out how to respond with free training for residents. Community Emergency Response Training teaches basic disaster response skills, including fire safety, light search and rescue, team organization, emergency disaster medical operations, disaster psychology, and terrorism awareness. You can find details at lakewood.org/CERT. A free legal clinic for residents is available from 2 to 3:30 p.m. on December 7th and every first Thursday of the month at the Belmar Library. Volunteer attorneys will connect with residents through online chats to answer questions, help fill out forms, and explain the process and procedure for all areas of civil litigation. No appointment is required and walk-ins are welcome, but service is provided on a first-come, first-served basis. You can find more details at jeffcolibrary.org/events. Jefferson County Public Library offers programs, services, and resources to Spanish speakers and is adding Spanish phone services to the list of the ways the libraries serve the Spanish-speaking community. The call center is available daily to provide library patrons support via the phone. To take advantage of the services, call 303-235-5275 or visit jeffcolibrary.org/contact-us to send an email and get personalized help. The Seniors Resource Center is looking for volunteer drivers. Volunteering will mean senior citizens can make it to their medical appointments and take care of shopping and other critical needs. Call Pat Pearson at 303-332-3840 to volunteer. And if you'd like to volunteer in a different capacity, join one of Lakewood's boards or commissions and become part of the conversation to shape the city's future. The deadline to apply is 5 p.m. on December 29th. There are openings for the Advisory Commission for an Inclusive Community, which advises Lakewood City Council on issues or topics of interest to Lakewood residents. The deadline to apply for previously announced openings on the Board of Appeals and the Historic Preservation Commission has been extended to December 29th. Applications are available online at lakewood.org/getonboard. As the temperatures start to dip, we need to remember to take care of our four-legged friends when they're outside. I had a chance to sit down recently with Christy Norfleet from Foothills Animal Shelter to get helpful tips on how to keep your pets safe and warm during this winter. Christy, thank you very much for coming out and talking to us today. Usually you guys bring out a pet from the shelter, but today we have a special guest.
Yeah, this is Annie. She's actually my dog, and I rescued her from a shelter 6 years ago.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. Well, welcome to Annie. We're talking about cold weather tips for your pets, and you guys put out a lot of great tips and that I've got here, and I just want to go through them real quick. First, tell me about salt and snow melting chemicals. What's the problem with those?
Well, a lot of times if you just buy the regular salt or ice melt that you can buy at the local grocery store, the product or the chemicals in there can be very harmful and damaging to your pet's paws. And they do make pet-safe products, so it's certainly one way to avoid that is just to be conscientious of the products you're purchasing. When you're walking your pet around neighborhoods, also just being aware of the kinds of products that other people might lay on their sidewalks. So in that case, if your dog or cat encounters the kind that might be upsetting to their skin, they'll let you know. They tend to lick their paws a lot. Or if you already know, just in general, the best thing you can do is actually just wipe their paws as soon as they come in.
When it's cold outside, obviously we have snow because of the freezing temperatures, but that also means that their water bowls, if they're outside, might freeze too, right?
Absolutely. So you want to be conscientious about making sure they've got fresh water. So Obviously, if the temperatures are dropping below freezing, then the likelihood is that they don't have any fresh liquid water, so you want to make sure that you're topping that off or freshening that up every day.
And something that I never really thought about before is there's an issue sometimes with parked cars that are running.
Yes, absolutely. So whether it's cats, dogs, or chipmunks and squirrels and small rodents, when you're warming up your car, it creates that warm space for other animals to want to crawl in and get warm. So if there's an animal like a cat wandering the neighborhood, they see a warm car, they might crawl up into the wheel well or up into the engine. So always being very cautious and careful, and ideally not walking away from your car when you start it to warm it up.
Don't take your pet out to run errands
Right.
and leave them in the car.
So just like in the summertime, the heat outside becomes like an oven in your car, the same thing is true on the opposite side in the cold weather. So your car could become a freezer or an ice box, and so if you're cold, then they're likely cold as well.
When you're taking your dog out for a walk, don't let them off leash, right?
Of course, just, I think that's just a good practice altogether, but certainly in the colder months, if they get disoriented and lost, in the spring and summer, it may not be the end of the world if they have to spend a night trying to find their way home. Obviously, you don't want that to happen, but in the wintertime when the temperatures are dropping below freezing, the risk for them being injured or even not making it through the night is much higher. And then the other thing is certainly freezing water. So we've got a lot of lakes and streams and creeks and that sort of thing in our area. And so a dog doesn't necessarily think about that when they see a goose out there on that lake and they go running out into it. So
Sure.
then the likelihood or the chance of them being injured or getting trapped on the ice could be very dangerous as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned dogs might get lost. It's a good time to think about making sure that you have your dog's licensed.
Absolutely. So not only is it the law in Colorado to license your pet, it also helps animal control as well as a good Samaritan who might encounter your pet, help find your pet and reunite them back with you and your family as soon as possible.
Where can folks go to get a dog license?
Many vet clinics will offer licensing, but Foothills Animal Shelter is probably one of the easiest and best routes. You can also visit our website at www.foothillsanimalshelter.org, and you can also go through the process of licensing your pet there as well.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Christy, for coming in and bringing Annie and introducing us to her and letting us know all about these great tips.
Thank you so much.
And if you want more information about dog licensing or more of these cold weather pet tips, as Christy mentioned, you can go to the website at foothillsanimalshelter.org. Have you always wanted to make a difference? Consider applying to be part of the Jeffco Family Leadership Training Institute starting in January. The Training Institute is a leadership class that focuses on the skills needed to make a difference in your community. The intensive 20-week course meets most Thursday evenings in North Lakewood and runs from January through May. The training focuses on leadership and public speaking skills, understanding budgets, understanding local, state, and national government, how to work with the media, good food, and fun. There are 2 classes, one for adults and one for youth ages 11 to 15 years old, and has individuals from all levels of experience and backgrounds. Each class is limited to 25 participants and is free with scholarships. Dinner, childcare, and Spanish translation are available for each class. To apply online, go to coloradofamilyleadership.com or contact Kim Massey at kmassey@jeffco.us. If you're the creative type, listen up. Lakewood is getting ready for its Earth Day celebration in April 2018, and the Earth Day Committee is looking for talented artists to create a design that reflects the spirit of Earth Day. The winning design will be used on posters, banners, t-shirts, and other materials, and the artist will receive $200. The city's Fun Community Festival will feature music, food, art, exhibits, and activities that spread environmental awareness and bring the community together. Submit your design at lakewood.org/Earth Day. If you have old, broken, and unused strings of lights, be sure to recycle them during Lakewood's annual holiday recycling event. You can stop by the Quail Street Recycling Center from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. until January 21st. You can find details at lakewood.org/recycling. Just in time for the holidays, Colorado Mills Shopping Mall is now open. Additional stores will open in the coming weeks, and announcements of new stores and restaurants are expected in the coming months. For more information on store openings and hiring opportunities, visit coloradomills.com. And if you're looking for something to do to get into the holiday spirit, the rink at Belmar is now open. Enjoy some ice skating daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. in Belmar Plaza. You can find details at belmarcolorado.com. And that's it for this edition of City Scene. Stay up to date on the latest Lakewood news and events at lakewood.org. I'm Jonathan Kirsch. Thanks for watching.